Welcome to Dalgona Stories. They say great minds don't just think fast, they know when to slow down. Barack Obama, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all three names shaped the world in different ways. All of them have spoken about one book, a book that rewires the way you see every decision, every belief, and every mistake you have ever made. The book is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It's not just a psychology book. It's a mirror that shows you the two versions of yourself. The one that acts before thinking and the one that analyzes, hesitates, and often arrives too late. Tonight, let's slow down and step into the hidden world inside your mind, where logic and instinct are always at war. This is a story of how we think and how sometimes our thinking fools us. Most of the time, we think we are thinking, but really, our mind is whispering the stories before we even know it. You wake up late, check your phone, and say to yourself, I'm such a mess. You walk into a room, see a face, and you already know if you like them or not. If you didn't plan that, or you didn't analyze it, it just happened. That's because two invisible characters inside you are always working. The one is fast, emotional, impulsive, automatic, and the other is slow, logical, deliberate, and careful. Daniel Kahneman called them System 1 and System 2. The System 1 is your instinct. It's the one that sees a shadow in the dark and jumps back before you even think. It's the one that keeps you safe, alive, and fast. The System 2, that's your thinker, the voice that solves problems, does math, and asks questions like, am I sure? Imagine you are driving home on an empty road. Music is playing. You are relaxed. That's the System 1 driving. Then suddenly a child runs across the street. You hit the brake. Your heart pounds. And for a few seconds, your slow system wakes up. Scanning, analyzing, and replaying what just happened. Both systems are necessary. But here is the secret. Most of your life is controlled by the System 1, the fast one. And you don't even realize it. Daniel Kahneman showed us that we live in the illusion of being rational, when in truth we are guided by ancient shortcuts and mental patterns built for survival, not truth. That's where the story begins, with the traps of our own mind. The illusion of thinking. Story of Linda. There was once a woman named Linda. She was 31, single, outspoken, intelligent, and she studied philosophy and cared deeply about social justice. Now, listen carefully. Which sounds more likely? Linda is a bank teller. Linda is a bank teller and active in feminist movement. Most people choose the second one. It feels true, but mathematically it's impossible. The second option is less likely because it adds more condition. Yet our brains doesn't care about logic. It loves stories. The more vivid the story, the more real it feels. Daniel Kahneman called this the representativeness bias. We don't judge by truth. We judge by how much something sounds right. So, when someone says, he looks honest, Or that business seems trustworthy. Remember Linda. Your brain might be writing fictions and believing it. Imagine you are in a game show. A wheel spins and lands on 65. The host smiles and says, "Do you think the percentage of African countries in the United Nations is lower or higher than 65? You guess higher. Now, the same question. This time, the wheel lands on number 10. People say lower. The truth. That random number changed their judgments. Our mind clings to the first thing it sees. A price, a face, or a number, and it uses it as a reference. This is anchoring in how it shapes everything, from how we buy clothes, to how we negotiate, to how we value ourselves. The first impression is never just a moment. It's a seed that quietly grows into belief. The availability trap. Imagine you are reading the news. Plane crash, earthquake, shark attacks. You start to feel the world is dangerous. But the truth is, the world might be safer than ever. You just remember vivid things more easily. Kahneman called this the availability heuristic. Easier something comes to the mind, the more important we think it is. We fear the shark we saw on TV, not the sugar that slowly kills us. We fear the rare explosion, not the quiet habit that hurts us every day. Most of our thoughts are illusion, fast, automatic stories told by System 1. And the slow mind, System 2, only wakes up when the things feel hard. But by then, the story might already be written. The illusion of confidence. We love confidence. We trust the person who speaks quickly, who sounds certain, and who says, "I know." But Daniel Kahneman discovered something uncomfortable. Confidence isn't proof of accuracy, it's only proof of conviction. He studied the stockbrokers who swore that they could predict the market. Yet, year after year, the results were no better than chance. The truth? They believed in their skills, but they blind to luck. This is the overconfidence bias. The sweet illusion that the future will bend to our knowledge. And it doesn't stop in finance. It lives in every human heart. We overestimate how much we control. We think we can read people's intentions or foresee tomorrow's emotions. And life is bigger and quieter than our plans. So the wise do something rare. They replace certainty with curiosity. And they don't say, "I'm sure." They say, "Let's see." The price of pain and the pool of loss. A man finds $50 on the street. He smiles and pockets it and tells everyone about his lucky day. The next week, he loses $50. He doesn't just feel sad, he feels hurt. Kahneman discovered that losses hurt two eyes as much as gains feel good. It's called loss aversion, and it runs our lives more than we realize. We stay in bad jobs, cling to fading love, keep quiet in unfair moments, because losing what we have feels unbearable. Even investors would rather keep a losing stock than admit defeat. The pain of loss binds us more than the joy of gain ever can. Here's the gentle truth. Sometimes letting go isn't losing. It's returning a space to your soul. We heal not by keeping, but by learning when to release. One day, Kahneman asked a simple question. Are you happy? The answer changed depending on when he asked the question. During a long trip, someone might say, no, I am tired. But later, when remembering the trip, they might say, that was beautiful. Two different answers, but both true, because there are two selves within us. One, the experiencing self, who lives in moments, and the remembering self, who tells the story afterward. The experiencing self only knows now, and the remembering self decides how we feel about our past. Think of a vacation, 10 perfect days, but the last one was terrible. Which self decides if the trip was good? The remembering self does. It rewrites the story, and the ending defines the feeling. And so we learn happiness is not only what we live through. Happiness is what we remember and how we kindly choose to remember it. Closing reflection. Thinking Fast and Slow is more than a book about psychology. It's a mirror that's showing us silent forces inside our mind. System 1, quick, emotional, ancient, protects us, but deceives us. System 2, slow, thoughtful, effortful, and corrects us, but tires easily. Together, they write the story of our days. Every instinct, every judgment, every heartbeat of certainty is a dialogue between the two. When you learn to pause, when you learn to breathe before reacting, you begin to hear the spaces between them, the stillness where wisdom lives. So, the next time you feel sure, stop and ask, is it my fast mind or the slow one? The difference between reaction and reflection is the difference between noise and understanding. A slow thinking won't make life perfect, but it will make it yours, because awareness is the beginning of freedom.